In the late 90s, we called them cool, dark, badass. Today, we know them as Edgelords. These are the characters who, in spite of everything, try their hardest to convince you that they are the coolest by feeding upon man's primal attraction to red and black clothes, trench coats, spikes, chains, belts, and more blades and guns than you can even handle. Sometimes it works and our inner 12-year-olds are appeased, but sometimes it just comes off as silly. These are the top 6 edgelords in games and anime. Guns and trench coats are a staple of many edgelords, but none match the sheer unapologetic coolness of Overwatch's mysterious masked mercenary known only as Reaper. Actually, we know it's you, Gabe, come on. With wicked shotguns, ghostly powers, and the ability to consume the souls of his victims, Reaper is the very image of death incarnate. If death only had 200 HP and had an effective range of about 15 feet. But that doesn't matter when you can do this. Reaper's also one of those rare cases where an edgelord ascends from simply being a high school notebook doodle and actually becomes cool. The experience of playing as Reaper really brings out the feeling of being a vengeful shotgun ghost driven to kill everything in sight. And as long as you don't mind looking like you came back from your shopping trip to Hot Topic and Spirit Halloween store. Giant robots are awesome. They're more than just weapons of war. They're a statement of your being and your identity as a warrior or a soldier. But if your statement is that you're a giant edgelord, then look no further than the Gundam DEATHSCYTHE from Gundam Wing. Now to clarify, I'm not talking about the pilot duo Maxwell, whom I'm led to believe is actually a pretty chipper guy. No, I'm talking about the robot. I understand the wartime applications of a mobile suit that's invisible to radars and equipped with a high-powered laser blade for infiltration in close combat. But did you really have to give it a laser sight and thrusters mounted on devil wings? Like, I get that Gundam is always meant to be kind of hokey, but you can't convince me that Gundam Wing is supposed to be a story about the tragedy of war when the Chinese Gundam has dragons for hands.
May blood rain down, baptizing me, absolving me, allowing me to purge the traitors from these lands.
History knows the name Mitsunari Ishida as a feudal Japanese warlord, retainer to Hideyoshi Toyotomi, and the general who led the Western Army's advance at the Battle of Sekigahara. History does not tell us that Mitsunari Ishida was a melodramatic J-pop star with shadow powers and a Justin Bieber haircut. Sengoku Basara's Mitsunari Ishida is a moody sociopath with only one goal: revenge against Ieyasu Tokugawa, whom he believes to have slain his lord, Hideyoshi. He harnesses his unending grief to slay anyone who crosses his path. That's right, he is literally powered by angst. I cannot make this shit up. I almost wish his moves weren't so damn cool. He's like Virgil if you took away his superiority complex and gave him a shallow vengeance plot. Oh. So, Kirby games. Cool isn't really the first word I'd use to describe them. Even if they're good games, I just wouldn't use cool to describe Kirby's core aesthetic, no matter what the American box art is trying to make you think. So what the heck is up with Meta Knight? You think you're trying to convince me with your metal mask and pointy sword and cape that turns into bat wings that this game isn't about hearts, stars, and rainbows? Next you're gonna tell me he has a bellowing baritone voice to complete his cream puff Darth Vader look.
Know my power.
Know your power? You're a marshmallow!
Chaos control!
Need to make an edgy character on the cheap and easy? Take a hero, make him evil. And that's why we have Shadow the Hedgehog, everyone's favorite internet countdown cannon fodder. If Reaper is the beef Wellington of the Edgelord cookbook, then Shadow is the microwave TV dinner. He's just like Sonic, except his spikes go up instead of down, and with additional rocket shoes and a sour attitude. Shadow is an edge anomaly who tries too hard by doing very little. Is there any more we can do with this guy to up his edge factor? Ooh, guns and butt rock. I think he actually bled a little just looking at that.
Oh, it's alive!
Just let us know if you need anything.
Well, won't be about repairs next time.
The realms of Final Fantasy are home to many edgelords, dramatic villains, brooding anti-heroes, allies of questionable origins. But no single character can top this edgelord chart, at least not alone. That's right, I am placing Noctis and his entire crew as the #1 edgelords. Now I know Noctis on his own is only maybe mildly edgy with his all-black street attire, meticulously spiked hair, and collection of magic swords, but when he has his entire squad also dressed in all black, then the edge factor just multiplies. I can barely even tell them apart. It's like there's some kind of edgelord amalgamate. This just offends me on a character design standpoint. Black isn't just a unifying color for them, it's the only color they wear. Even their car is black. Is this a Final Fantasy game or a Green Day music video? I'd rather go back to the zany Technicolor world of Spira and awkwardly laugh my ass off a cliff than to take a road trip with these 4 chromophobic idiots. And that was the top 6 edgelords in anime and games. Let me know in the comments below who you think is the lord of all edgelords. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and to check out our other shows, SugarPunch Reviews, where we look deeply into shallow anime, and Anime Battle Coliseum, where anime dream matches come to life. I'm ABI, and it's time to read.